What's good, kings and queens? I have a question topic that was brought up during a conversation today. Topic was, why are black women so loud and why are black women so angry? I addressed that topic and I thought to myself, you know what, this would be an excellent topic to talk on because it really turned into an educational conversation. So what I'm going to do is share with you how everything went, what really went down, what was talked about and discussed. So the person that brought it to my attention, for your background, is Hispanic woman and professional, mid-40s. Either way, she said that 70% of the time, roughly 70% of the time that she sees people, black women, are loud. And I wouldn't say obnoxious, but just loud in nature. And she said it could be an airport, it could be, what else? A place that, she said a store, the quiet kind of store, so maybe like Saks. So what I explained to her was that black people in general are a little more theatrical in nature. Like, we are more of a fun, loving type of people that love to be not only entertaining. Sometimes it comes down to not being self-aware that you are that loud, but it's also got a lot to do with environmental factors. Sometimes you're used to being loud, and sometimes you're used to saying, you know what, nobody's gonna tell me what to do. I'm my own woman. Nobody's the boss of me. You know, that stuff that we say, but we have to be mindful of the environment that we're in. So I really don't know if, and I think there's a lot more to that, right? There's a lot of context. You also have to realize that some people are natural extroverts, and extroverts, like they kind of march to the beat of their own drum. Like, nobody really holds their space. Nobody tells them, oh, you need to be quiet. It's like shushing somebody. You don't shush grown people, you shush kids, right? So the other part of this is, why is the black woman so angry? That was the question that was asked. And I'm not a black woman, but I'm a black man, and I've had my fair share of being around and being exposed to black women. Black women are probably the most disrespected, the most unprotected, and the most neglected people on the face of the planet, right? Because there's gender inequality, there is racism, and when you look at all different calculations and formulas, then you really see that black women are super strong. They have to be super strong, but there are so many societal pressures to this. None of this warrants you to act a fool, and to be loud and to just make a fool of yourself and make the entire culture look bad. And I'm not saying that's what's happening. What I'm saying is that black women definitely have it harder than anyone else. And here's some background to what I feel the anger and frustration kind of derives from. You have the black woman that desires a black man, her king, right? The black man, the king, he wants her queen. Sometimes, there are different people that handle things different ways. Some people, some cultures, they tolerate a little bit more. Some cultures don't. Some people just aren't having it, right? And I believe that there's a level of mutualness that goes along in those relationships. Bottom line being said is that maybe the black man, or maybe the man in general, isn't standing up for and doing what he should be doing, and that causes frustration and friction for the black woman, right? That could be a part of the anger. Another part of the anger is being able to be in this place where you recognize that, and it's not even, it's recognition for those that are unaware. But there's a lot of effort that Black women put into their self-care, for their beautification, and not that other people don't do it, right? But from the point of being a child, you're marketed Barbie, right? Barbie and Marilyn Monroe and whatever else. So those are the things that are marketed to you as beautiful. You never received beauty via television or marketing campaign of someone with black, coarse, kinky, curly hair. You never were marketed anything about natural hair and good skin, dark skin tone or anything like that. It's always been lighter, brighter, straighter, that whole thing, right? So the Black woman has had the pressure on her to have to be that for herself, for the job, for the media, or what have you. There's even people that I know that have gone on corporate job interviews and they wear their hair a certain way, but because they're going for the job interview, they have to totally switch who they are to go to the job interview for acceptance. It's ridiculous. It's pathetic, and we're supposed to be a nation of diversity, and America's strength is her diversity, right? So you have that part, and then you have incarceration rates of Black men that you're going to incarceration, jail, prison for minor offenses, when other races, they get off for that, or they get, minimum punishment for that. And so by the time 3rd, 4th, 5th grade comes around, there's a formula in that tells how many prison systems will be built to incarcerate people, mainly Black males. And so is lessening the amount of women, availability of men to those women. So I think that's something that you really have to be aware of. And the only thing a Black woman, most time, I'm not gonna say only thing, but many Black women, they want to protect what's considered their kings. Black women want to be in a space to really preserve that, because it is dying off from a point of years and years and years ago. There was Black Wall Street, Blacks owned a lot of land, Blacks owned a lot of businesses, and everything is declining to like a handful of Black people being movers and shakers. And that's just the truth of it. That's where everything is going. So when a Black woman desires that, to have that man in her life as, her king, her one and only, her person, and she cannot have that, and she does not see that, and she sees a Black man out with a white woman, or so for Black women, it doesn't matter if she's Italian, Japanese, Australian, Spanish, Asian. All she knows is she's not Black, so therefore she's white. And that's another one of our women, or another one of our men that are not ours, or that's a woman that took another one of our men. I'm not saying I agree with that, because I'm not saying that's how it should be. I'm saying that I understand. Please know that I also believe that love is crystal clear. Love has no color. To say that love has to be Black to Black, white to white, and whatever that is, then it forfeits the entire process of love, because love is blind, love has no color, and love can endure and grow past anything. So I don't really know if it's true love if you're set on this one thing. So I guess that's kind of my take on why Black women are angry. I would even go to the part to say why Black women are so angry. But, you know, to each its own. Some people are more mellow. Some people are a lot more vocal out there, and they're going to let you know how they feel. Again, women, men, but women here, black women and all women, contain yourselves as much as you can. But when you get to a point where you can't take that anymore, then eloquently say what you need to say. There's always a classy way to do things. There's always a way to handle yourself. And for whatever it's worth, I do believe that you can express yourself in an intelligent manner, in a way that suffices your anger, expresses your anger, and let everybody know where you stand without all of the humiliation and without tearing down the greatness that your culture, our culture, stands for. So if there's something else you want me to talk about, something else that you want me to dive a little bit deeper on, you let me know. This is Prime. Look your best, do your best, be your best.